we're back here live at Qualys ROCon in Houston, day 2. Let me introduce you to my next guest. This gentleman's name is Theo Bowman.
Theo Bowman. Yes.
If you follow what we do with Qualys, I actually spoke to Theo last year in San Diego, I'm pretty sure. Theo, I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Why don't you tell people a little bit about kind of your journey, what you do, where you work, stuff like that.
So I'm Theo Bowman. Been working with NCR Atleos now for 5 years. Just hit my 5-year mark. In charge of the vulnerability management program there. The journey it's been long, but it's good. You know, we got a lot of buy-in. We got good management. You know, leadership likes what we, help us out by supporting us and things. So it's good.
Good. For those who are, I think everyone knows NCR.
Right.
But they don't necessarily know NCR
Atleos.
Atleos. Yeah. Talk to us about what that is.
Well, so the company split into 2 different entities.
I remember.
So basically Atleos is the ATM portion of the split. So we do everything ATM-wise. We service ATMs, we make ATMs. And so
there's nothing that vulnerabilities would be too important for, right?
Right, yeah. Right.
The life of a vulnerability management person is tough, right? 20 years ago when I had founded a company in vulnerability management, we used to call our vulnerability management tool the bad news generator because it just generates bad news. You never get a report that says, Theo, congratulations, you don't have any vulnerabilities, right?
Right.
There's always something, and there's decisions to be made and trade-offs and priorities and everything else. You've been using Qualys for a while now.
Correct.
Are you using it just to scan and find vulnerabilities? Are you patching, remediating with it? If you can talk about it.
So we use it generally to scan and find vulnerabilities, but also to consolidate the other sources that we have. Detect vulnerabilities, like products like Wiz or BitSight or something. And so consolidate that into one platform and so we don't have to go logging in everywhere.
Everywhere at once.
Yeah.
Almost like a SIM, but not. It's not a true SIM, but it's can't even pronounce the word. It's bringing in all the different feeds, if you will, of vulnerabilities and threat.
Right.
So I guess the big difference between this year to last year, Theo, is AI.
Right.
We're seeing a lot more vulnerabilities. We're seeing a lot more code.
Right.
That AI, is touching, let's say. How has that kind of impacted your day-to-day yet or no?
So we do scanning for software component scanning, third party.
SCA.
Yeah, SCA, right? And so we use that, which it's all over the board, right? And so it makes sure our vulnerabilities jump up to an insane number because of all the different softwares, all the different technologies, and where they pulling their data from or their code from. It's challenging.
It is. What about ROCon here, right? This new conference. How's that? What have you learned here?
So ROCon, I like it. I like the direction that they're going with ETM.
Yeah.
Right. So we use it currently.
You do?
Yes. Okay. And so I like the path forward that they have, and we like, and that's the consolidation part of the vulnerabilities from other sources. We use ETM for that. So, and then to break it out into different business entities, so we can say, hey, these guys, for their risk posture, hey, this environment is doing good. Well, you guys are above the curve or the limit that we want our risk to be at. So it's good.
I want to come back to the conference. They had 2 days of training.
Right.
Did you take advantage of it at all, or?
one day of training. The second day I was in the product advisory board meeting. So,
Oh, really? All right,
so
good for
we
you.
was in there all
Training
day.
was good, though?
The training was good, right. So last year's training, I felt like it was more on a higher level,
Yeah.
right? For people that's been using Qualys for a while. And this year's training, I feel like they did a good job of, for a lot of people that's new to Qualys,
Yeah.
they did a good job of, explaining how to set it up and all that. So it's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were talking before we went live. You had a bit of an emergency back at the job over the new. I don't even want to mention names on here because that gets into things.
Right.
But a new vulnerability situation you had to address.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much technology we have, no matter how good these tools are, when stuff hits the fan, stuff hits the fan.
It hits the fence, right?
And you got to get on it.
Yeah. So we say security is a lifestyle, not a job, right?
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. So
That's a good way of putting it.
right.
Good way of putting
Because
it.
vulnerabilities never stop, right?
No,
They always come up.
getting worse and worse, more and more, man. It's fast and furious. Let me ask you a question about your company, though, because we've spoken to a lot of security people, CISOs. There was a period over the last couple years where I think a lot of the boards, governing boards, executives were saying, hey, we've been giving you a lot of money for a long time for new security tools, and I don't see our security any better than it was. We're still vulnerable. We still got risk. There's still stuff going on. But now this year, we've seen a little change. Mm-hmm. We've seen boards and exec teams saying, look, we got to leverage AI. We got to combat AI-enhanced security. We've got to do a better job of knowing what our risk is.
Right.
Has that, again, without giving out, confidential information, has that loosened up the strings budget-wise for you guys to maybe do a little more?
I think our budget's still pretty much the same.
Really flat?
It's pretty much the same. More of a, what can we do with what we have to make to know what our risk is and then understand our environment better, right? How can we put all those things together? So that's more what the push is.
That's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Is that enough for you? It's going to have to be.
Right. So when you start thinking outside the box, you have all these different tools that really good at doing certain things. If it's enough if you put it together right.
Yeah.
You got to be a little witty about it, right?
Yeah.
You got to think.
You got to be smart about it.
You got to be smart about it. Yeah.
All right. Just trying to think, what else is going on in your world that you think our audience might want to know?
What's going on in the world? Hey, if you want to get into vulnerability management, hey, just know you can't sleep. You got to keep your alarm.
Right. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Not a job.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some ways, though, Theo, you're out here. So our audience are hardcore tech people,
right?
Cyber people, developers, cloud native. And in some ways, you represent them here,
right?
And it's good to see that they have real practitioners who are here, not just soaking up what they're pushing, but pushing back on what you need and what you're seeing and what you see as the market. So thank you for doing that, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
And maybe we'll see you next year. I don't know where. I don't think they announced next year's venue yet.
I don't think they have either.
But wherever it is, God willing, I hope we see you there, man, and keep living the good, putting up the good fight and doing what you got to do.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Theo Bowman here at Qualys Rock On. We'll be back with more in a bit.